Hello friend, Jim here with JBsBigAdventure coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. And yes, the question for this video is Lake Chapala the expat promised land? So I am here at Lake Chapala, as you can see behind me, and it's just an absolute another gorgeous day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share some things with you about Lake Chapala, and then you can make up your own mind if it sounds like it's a good place for you. First of all, let's talk about the weather. The weather here is on an average, yearly average, between 68 and 72 degrees. That's year round. So it's really like Groundhog Day. You wake up one day and it's absolutely gorgeous. And then you wake up the next day and it's exactly the same way. And it's like an eternal spring. It's really awesome and just a great place to be and live life. Also, the low cost of living. You can really, your money goes a lot farther here. And it doesn't matter if you're buying a house or you're looking at renting a house. So just to kind of give you an idea, when Barbara and I first moved here 3 years ago, we were renting a little 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in Albuquerque, New Mexico, that was costing us almost $1,000 a month. And then on top of that, there was also the utilities that were included. I should say that weren't included that we still had to pay. We moved here living in a very spacious 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo that for $650 a month, it included all the utilities. We also, gated community, a pool. It had all kinds of amenities. I mean, it had filtered water. It also had trash pickup every day. I mean, it was just another amazing place being here. So your money goes farther when it comes to whether you're looking at renting a house or you're looking at buying a house. Now, when you get here, you're literally able to figure out, well, do you want a mountain view? Do you want a lake view? What would your conditions be, ultimate conditions that you'd like to have living here? Now, remember too, that when you're living here, you're at lakeside living. I mean, as you can tell, the lake and the rainy season, which is what we're in right now, is actually really at a great time of the year. And just like I was talking to a couple just a moment ago, they were talking about that they were just here in June, and we were on the low side when it came to the water table. And in fact, we've really raised a lot, and it makes a really big difference on top of that. So along with another thing here is there's an amazing food selection of restaurants. Whether you like authentic Mexican food, whether you like Tex-Mex, whether you like Chinese, Vietnamese, Italian food, if you're into steaks, I mean, there's every kind of option that you can think of that's here at Lake Chapala, including those that are even vegetarian or vegan even. So there's all kinds of choices when it comes to the great food available here at Lake Chapala. You've got easy access every day to fresh fruits and vegetables, if that's what you want to do, but you end up finding out that it's actually cheaper to eat out, and so it's a lot less work too on top of that. So moving on, slower pace of life. You know, one of the reasons that Barbara and I actually moved here was because we just wanted to be in a place where it wasn't so hustle and bustle. I was running a golfing business at the time. I was a golf professional, teaching golf to about 120 students. And I started forgetting people's names. I forgot appointments. And my doctor basically said to me, you just need to really sit back and relax and just take it a lot easier than what you've been doing so far. So that's one of the reasons, the major reasons why we came here. Here's another thing. The friendly Mexican people. I mean, it's just like folks now, they're walking by, they're waving at me. Just a real friendliness. And, you know, you hear from time to time that people say that, you know, the Mexicans themselves don't like the Americans. That is so untrue. I have never felt more welcomed in a place than I have here at Lake Chapala. The Mexican people are so warm. They're helpful, they're polite, they're happy, they're hard workers. I mean, everything that you can think of another human being that just lives in a different part of the world than we're accustomed to living up north. The ability to really feel welcomed here is another thing that really makes a big and a huge difference. You know, you're almost like welcomed with open arms. And I think that what we also ought to do is we also ought to be the same way to other people that are also looking at living here, or that are looking to come in here. It's really important that we're generous with that, and we're also very grateful for the way that they treat us and they take care of us and such. So that's also a really important thing here too. How about the rich Mexican culture? The arts, festivals, the music, everybody, vibrant colors, happy festivals, parades. You'll see mariachi bands. I mean, everything that you can think of here that literally makes us even a better place to be able to live. So when it comes to the festivals and the rich Mexican culture, I'd want to encourage you, if you decide that you'd like to come check it out and see it. For one, I actually have a service I provide. It's like an exploratory relocation service to where I actually take you all across the North Shore of where the expats live here at Lake Chapala. The 20 miles in between Jocotepec and Chapala. And what I'm doing is I'm taking you through the 23 neighborhoods. I'm taking you by the hospitals and introducing you to dentists, doctors, and attorneys, and realtors, and rental agents. Everything that you can think of, it's important to you. Everything from attorneys to veterinarians. So here to help in whichever way that I can possibly can for you in that regards. But the one thing I really encourage those that come from the north is to embrace the Mexican culture. They're wonderful people. And we need to come here. If you're looking at coming here, you want to take it upon yourself to learn the Spanish language. I really encourage that. Just recently, we actually have a new pastor at our church, and they're bilingual, and the wife is actually going to be teaching a Spanish class that I have been so much looking forward to. So my whole thing is I've been wanting to get as many people as I can to it, so we can all learn together and be able to love and enjoy our rich Mexican friends here at Lake Chapala. There's an absolute beautiful scenery here. We're on the same latitude as Hawaii, so all of the tropical plants that you would actually see that grow there also grow here. Everything from the gardenias and the plumerias, the birds of paradise, the jacaranda trees, the palm trees, all those grow here. Beautiful green, the mountains, the lake. I mean, it's just an incredible experience being here at Lake Chapala. Amazing local businesses. I mean, the services that are provided here by the Mexican people, one of the things that I really try to do is encourage folks to help support the Mexican people. I think that's really an important thing. We're here as guests. We are here as guests. It's important for us to embrace it and take them in as well. It's easy to tour here. Within just a matter of hours, you can be in other places here in Mexico, and you can be looking throughout and being able to see other cultures within the Mexican country, other states. You can see lakes, you can be at the beach, all kinds of places that you can go that are interesting here as well. We're only a half an hour away from the Guadalajara International Airport, which means you can be anywhere within a few hours. If you're here from the States, in a matter of an hour and a half, 2 hours, you're back in the States. So if it's important to you to be around your children, around your grandkids, which I know is an important thing, then this is a place that you can come to and be able to fly out very easily to a place that you might want to be going to, or the state that you're in. We have two top hospitals here at Lake Chapala, Ribeiros and then also San Antonio. They are both on the newer side. Very nice. They're full service. And if it ended up being that you needed some certain specialty that wasn't here at Lake Chapala, only an hour away in Guadalajara, you've got the larger hospitals. So the affordable medical care here is unbelievable. And just knowing that you've got the care that you need to have when you need to have it. All throughout Lake Chapala, there's live music. You'll find restaurants all throughout the North Shore here that have live music for the expats. I mean, it is a rich culture when it comes to the music and the arts and everything that's here at Lake Chapala. So if you love dancing to rock and roll, to soul music, to top 40, to Spanish, to mariachis, I mean, there's a whole wide range of music that actually is here at Lake Chapala that you can dance to and have the nightlife. There's a bike path, a walking path, the 20 miles in between Jocotepec and Chapala that you're actually able to ride a bike safely. It's separated by cement barriers. So all the way from Chapala to Jocotepec, to Chapala, and the 20 miles in between. So you can get on your bike and ride that. Just now I rode from my house. We're about 5 miles away. And so it's 5 miles here, 5 miles back, and I've got about 650 miles on my bike so far this year. So it's a wonderful place to be able to get exercise. There's also great places here for hiking. I know a lot of people like to come and hike and such, and there's that opportunity here also. I get asked about Amazon. Here, Amazon US, Amazon MX will come right to your front door the same way as DHL does, that FedEx does. If you're ordering packages, I've had packages come, DHL and FedEx from Europe, come right to our front door. So when it comes to receiving packages, it's something that's very, very easy and simple to be able to receive here at Lake Chapala. Grocery stores. There are 2 major grocery stores here. One is called Pancho's, the other one is called Super Lake. And those are the 2 main ones. Also, Sariana's is actually another one that's in Chapala. And when you go to Pancho's or Super Lake, you see a lot of the items that you would see from the States. But if you go to Pancho's, you'll see even more of it, because his location, that's actually in Riberas, has over 20,000 items. His location, his store that's actually in West IE, has over 40,000 items. Everything that you can get, he specializes in his meats and beef, wine. But I mean, everything. You go down the different aisles and you can see stuff that you'd recognize from the States. So it's well stocked when it comes to things that you like to eat and are accustomed to be able to get here at Lake Chapala. There's a large established expat community here. There's the Lake Chapala Society. There's other groups that you can be a part of and be around. And what that does is gives you also the opportunity of making new friends, building community. One of the things that Barbara and I do, and that is that each week we actually have a get-together. All those individuals that have come down for my relocation service, my exploratory tour, and in the last 14, 15 months, I've been with like 104 couples. Out of those 104 couples, 72 of them have already moved here already. 72 couples that are either from the States or they're up from Canada have already moved here over the last basically year and a half. So each week we actually build community. By those of us that have an interest, 30, 40, 50 of us get together and we have dinner together each week. One more way of building community for the people that come down here and move here to make it really be able to create new friends and find love. We've had those that have also found love while they're here. There is affordable and well-competent domestic staff that you can actually hire. We've got a phenomenal housekeeper. We've got a phenomenal groundskeeper, gardener. And what's amazing here is the fact that they're really hard workers. Now, cost-wise, Barbara gets asked this, and that is, it's basically like $5 an hour. They only charge, well, we pay her 300 pesos, and we also give her an extra 50 peso tip, whether she's here for an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, however long it takes her to do the job. And we really like going ahead and being able to support the Mexican people that are here working when it comes to whether it may be the domestic help, whether it be the gardeners, really hard workers, and it's great to have them here. And again, Guadalajara is only about an hour away, so it's real easy access if you want to get to a larger major city. And one of the things that I would say is, you know, there's a lot of people that says, well, you can't drive in Mexico because it's a terrible place to drive. I personally haven't found it that way, but I'm also from Southern California, so that might have something to do with it. But what I would say is you're only about an hour and you're in Guadalajara, and there's things there that you won't find here at Lakeside, but you've got the ability within a brief period of time to actually be there and do that for yourself if that's something you'd like to do, and go to some larger shopping, and there's all kinds of things there. Seeing the cathedral and going to San Juan Dios, which is a large shopping place there. But a lot of things to do here at Lake Chapala. I would say that one of the best things is just relaxing, being able to stop and smell the roses, being willing and able to live your life on your terms, being able to get up when you want to get up. You know, I've told folks at times that it's really nice to be able to get up at the break of 11. So whatever time it is that you like to get up and just make your day go. I mean, again, it's just a wonderful, wonderful, peaceful place to be that really makes retirement living so, so much better. Well, friend, I hope that's been helpful for you. Again, just letting you know if it's just something that you have an interest in coming and taking a look at what Lake Chapala is all about. You can reach out to me if you have an interest in getting more information in regards to my exploratory boots on the ground relocation service. You can reach out to me by email. Also include a best contact number for me to get back with you at. You can reach me at JBsBigAdventure521@gmail.com. That's JBsBigAdventure, JBsBigAdventure521@gmail.com, and I can get that information to you, and we can talk more about it then, and of exactly what it is that I do with you on that. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope it gives you a bigger picture of if this is the kind of promised land that you're looking for. Obviously, the promised land is actually heaven, but as we're here on earth, we'd like to live our life out the best way we can and being a real help and support for other people that are here on this earth. So with that, thank you again so much for being a part of this community, supporting this channel. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you on the next video.